Business now, and the government plans to sell the Kenya Roads Board to the general public and list the security on the Nairobi Securities Exchange. President William Ruto has confirmed the move to issue the bond through the public markets, a move away from an earlier proposal by KRB to target the issuance to investment clubs. NTV's Brian George reports.
President Ruto said on Tuesday during the listing of Kenya Pipeline Company shares that the proceeds of the sale of Kenya Roads Board bond, estimated at 175 billion shillings, are expected to settle bank loans, which provided a bridge facility enabling the settlement of road sector pending bills of the same amount up to December 2024. Investors in the bond will receive settlements from the Securitized Road Maintenance Levy Fund, RMLF, where 7 shillings of every 25 shillings from the sale of a litre of petrol and diesel is hived off. This, the head of state said alongside the bell ringing at the Nairobi Securities Exchange to mark the official listing and commencement of trading of shares from the Kenya Pipeline Company initial public offering. In the IPO structure, Kenyan investors were allocated 40% of the offer, while regional EAC and foreign investors received 20% each, with the remaining 20% split between employees and oil marketing companies, OMCs. Local institutional investors like the National Social Security Fund emerged as top shareholders as government holds 35% stake in KPC, becoming the second largest shareholder after the divestiture. ESC investors will hold 21.2% of the company, largely reflecting investment by Uganda National Oil Company UNOC, which will hold 20.15%, with most of the remainder taken up by Rwanda's pension sector.
Let us assume, as I said earlier, that we borrowed an amount equivalent to the proceeds of the IPO at, say, 12.5% interest rate. We would pay an annual interest of 13.5 billion every year, which is nearly 4 times the 3 or 4 billion dividend that the 65% Kenya Pipeline government shareholding would have continued earning the exchequer. In other words, while the annual dividends provide a steady stream of revenue, they are far too modest to finance the transformative projects our country so seriously requires.
Proceeds from the IPO sale will be channeled towards the National Infrastructure Fund to be used to fund key projects in the country such as road construction, energy infrastructure, ports and other massive projects. While signing the National Infrastructure Fund into law on Monday, Ruto referred to the IPO as an important move towards marshalling funds to be used in national projects of national development.
From today, investors no longer are limited by the time of the IPO. Every Kenyan can now buy and sell shares daily during market hours to make owning the Kenya Pipeline and making it their own asset.
This is the first major state-backed privatization listing on the NSE since Safaricom in 2008. The KPC IPO was Kenya's first fully electronic paperless public offering.
The Kenya Pipeline Company closed Tuesday's trading session at 9 shillings and 18 cents per share, with 2,080,767 shares traded on that counter. Brian George, NTV, Nairobi.